I swear, if we keep going with these jokes.
Hey Edie, where does computer go to dance?
Ugh, where?
The disco!
Thanks for joining MSU Tonight. I'm Edie Greenberg.
And I'm Corey Sharber. Tonight I'll be talking with Brandon Story about how students can get involved in sports broadcasting.
And then we'll read off your funniest picture captions in Caption This.
And as always, Mike and I will be talking about sports.
But first, it's time for Hot Topics.
The time has come for students to register for classes next semester, but it's not an easy thing to do. Here's Ashley Huey with some helpful tips on how to do so.
Is that time of the semester again, when every student must sign up for classes for next semester. Seems like an easy task, right? But it's more complicated than it seems.
I think the hardest part about scheduling classes is trying to figure out the order to take classes and how to fill up your schedule to best, balance your major and your minor and all that you've got to get done.
With the help from your academic advisors, it shouldn't be much of a problem.
Well, I think they would want to obviously touch base with their academic advisor. Academic advisors are, individuals who are there to help. Obviously, they know their programs well and can help the students understand. Maybe some of those hidden things that students may not necessarily always be aware of. There are always classes that may not be offered every semester. So I think it's important that, students are communicating and touching base with their academic advisor so that they know, hey, I need to take this class in the spring because it's not going to be offered in the fall. And if I wait, it's going to be another year before I'm able to take it. And so, it's always important to communicate with their academic advisor to make sure that they're on the right track.
When meeting with your academic advisor, make sure they are always prepared with an idea of what classes to take.
Be prepared. I get a spreadsheet and I have the class name, I have the CRN number, which is what you're going to use for registering, and that's just the most helpful thing. So if you have it, you can copy and paste it on the day you register for classes. It is so much quicker. But also, if you have extra space, try a fun class. Why not?
The choice of what classes to take are almost endless. It comes down to how many gen eds you've taken and how many classes you must take for your major and or minor. For MSU Tonight, I'm Ashlyn Huey.
Have you ever had an idea that you thought would make you millions? Maybe thought of something that you could invent that would be really helpful to people, and you're wanting to get some advice about it? Well, here's your chance. Damon John, an investor, author, founder, president, and CEO of For Us By Us, also known as FUBU, he is also well known for his appearance on Shark Tank. John will be in the Levitt Auditorium tomorrow night at 7:30. This is your chance to set your dreams in motion.
The Murray State Percussion Ensemble held its Halloween concert in Levitt Auditorium. While others were out trick-or-treating in Murray, the concert started with the conductor being carried in on a stretcher before being brought back to life and starting the performance. The ensemble played numerous Halloween classics such as Monster Mash, The Addams Family, and Michael Jackson's Thriller. There was also dancing, a costume contest, and a choir of ghosts. More information about future concerts can be found on the Department of Music website.
This Friday evening, Alpha Gamma Delta hosts their annual event called Rockathon. This event invites all fraternities and sororities to come to Levitt Auditorium from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. to lip sync and dance. All the proceeds from this event will go towards their philanthropy, Fighting Hunger. If you'd like to purchase a ticket, Alpha Gamma Delta will be located in the Kerr Center this week prior to the event, selling tickets for $7. If you would like more information, you can go to Alpha Gamma Delta's website at agdf.convio.net.
Halloween might be over, but that doesn't mean there wasn't celebrating. White College had a costume contest where anyone could have signed up. Students would prepare a costume and would stand before 3 judges where they would decide on a winner. The winner dressed up as Rey from Star Wars.
Grew up watching the Star Wars movies, and when episode 7 came out, it was super emotional for me and my dad. I just really love Rey. I think that she's the perfect embodiment of good and bad, and her and Kylo Ren have the perfect representation of the duality of good and evil.
There was also Halloween-themed food, beverages, and a cakewalk. Don't go anywhere. There's more to come on MSU Tonight.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to MSU Tonight. I'm here with Brandon Sawyer from Racer Athletics to talk about how students can get involved in sports broadcasting. Welcome to MSU Tonight, Brandon.
Corey, it's glad to be back on the set of TV 11. It's nice to meet you. Glad to be back here with you tonight.
I know you were a student previously here at Murray State University. Could you give more of an introduction about yourself?
Sure. So I was born and raised in Murray. I graduated high school in 2012, and I went on to Murray State to major in television production and journalism. Got my Bachelor's of Science here in 2016. From there, I've worked in television at WPSD Local 6. I've worked at the community college in Paducah, Kentucky, and things have circled back around, so I'm back here in Murray working for athletics and working for digital media services here on campus.
So what exactly does digital media services do, and what do you do in that capacity?
So digital media services is part of the university communications unit on campus, and we focus on marketing efforts. So we're talking image spots, promotional pieces, and things to really promote the university as a whole.
So, of course, Digital Media Services also is somewhat partnered with ESPN Plus. Could you give a little bit of a rundown on what that is?
Well, actually, ESPN Plus is through the Department of Athletics. Oh. So in that realm, we live stream all of Murray State home athletic events throughout the year. And ESPN Plus is a subscription-based service, and the end consumer is able to see a wide array of sports from across the world, from cricket to football to baseball to auto racing to UFC, and a bunch of ESPN original content such as the 30 for 30 series and things like that. So it's really a great service for sports fans across the world.
I've seen flyers around campus that students can actually work on the productions you guys make. How do students get involved with ESPN?
Absolutely. They can just come out and reach out to me. My email is bstory3@murraystate.edu, and we're always looking for students to help with these productions. Without the students' involvement, we honestly wouldn't have a production. I mean, they're running cameras, they're running graphics, they're running replay. In some cases, we even let them direct. So it's really a way for them to get a hands-on experience outside of the classroom and really apply it in a real-world setting.
Now, of course, TV production majors would probably be most, qualified for a position like this. But does a student's major really matter in this scenario?
Absolutely not. I think we have one kid whose major is chemistry, and he's really good on the creative end, and he shoots a lot of creative work for us. And we also have some students that broadcast, and there are on-camera talent. So a lot of those students are journalism majors, communication majors, and things like that. So even though you may not like the technical side of it, we're always looking for kids to be talent and serve in that capacity as well.
In that setting, what does a student get from working out on the field compared to in the classroom?
Well, I think in the classroom you get a foundation, and you can really apply those skills in the real world. And when I was a student, we'd do a project maybe once a week, and we'd have maybe 4 projects this semester, 5 projects this semester. But here with athletics and ESPN Plus here at Murray State, we're having live streams 3 times a week almost. So you really get in a routine, you really get in a flow of things, and it really gives you a chance to use the skills that you're learning in the classroom and apply them in the real world setting.
Of course, everyone's really excited about the Racer basketball season coming up.
Absolutely.
Of course, some of their games are going to be on ESPN2. Most of them are going to be on ESPN Plus. What determines which goes to where, where it gets aired on the main channel and then on ESPN+?
That's a partnership and negotiations between ESPN and our conference, the Ohio Valley Conference. So that's above me at a higher level. So it really just depends on the negotiations and where the conference wants to place those games. But all of our home games will be on ESPN Plus. We have our Belmont game in January, which will be on ESPN2. So that's on we call those the linear networks on ESPN2.
Thank you very much for joining us. Where do students go to if they want to apply for a position?
Absolutely. They can just reach out to me. My email is bstory3@murraystate.edu. Just need to get some information from them, and then we'll put them to work.
Ready. Thank you very much for joining us. Coming up next is Caption This. Don't go away.
Welcome back. Tonight we're introducing a new segment on the show called Caption This.
We sent out a photo on social media and asked people to write a funny or witty caption, and now we're going to read them.
So we have a list here of about 9 captions that people sent in from various social media
Sure.
places. And
Social media. There you
yeah,
go.
social media. I guess we're going to read them off for you guys to enjoy.
I hope so, because I sure hope they enjoy it. Because
So let's take a look at that picture.
Oh my God.
So it seems we have the first family pictured with some surprised guests.
Yeah, it looks like it always looks. So man, yeah. I want to see what the difference really is.
Yeah, it might not be obvious, but this photo is of a White House visit by the Pope, has been doctored. It's actually a creation of Canadian designer and illustrator James White.
Yeah. I'm not buying that. It kind of just looks like it always has. You got anything to say on that?
I don't know. I guess we should start reading these captions. So the first caption sent in was, "I don't even know what this is." Me neither.
The second caption is hell. Yes, it is.
The third caption is, "The gang's all here." Looks like they are.
The fourth caption is, "When your family is incredibly dysfunctional, but at the end of the day, you all get along." It's just like every other family.
So the next caption is, "Every day is Halloween at the White House." Looks like there are some surprise guests that decided to dress up.
You're talking about the two in the center or the two in the back?
You never know.
The fifth caption is The Addams Family, Part 3, another movie which I won't see.
So the next caption is, "Papa Frank looks tired, dreading having to do those exorcisms."
Papa Frank?
Yeah, I guess
Is that
Papa
offensive?
Francis. I don't know.
I wouldn't call Pope Francis Papa or Frank, but
I don't know.
that's not my job. The next caption is, "When every day is Halloween at America's house." Sounds about right.
Yeah. The next caption is, "America's First Family, 2019."
The last caption is, "Pope Francis I, seen here with all the demons he's cast out." Written by one of our favorite students here at JMC.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Coming up next, Mike joins me to talk Murray State sports.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Murray State Sports. As always, I'm Corey Sharber.
And I'm Mike Hall. The Murray State football team hosted the Tennessee Tech Eagles this past Saturday. They were fighting as always, and we saw quarterback Preston Rice put up an impressive performance. He threw for 196 yards, completing on one touchdown. However, even with his efforts, the Racers could not bring the win to Murray. They lost the game with a final score of 7-17, with the Eagles having 2 interceptions on the Racers, which proved to be the difference maker. The Racers' defense still did all they could though, putting up some impressive numbers and fighting until the last second. They will play Austin Peay in the Battle of the Border on the 11th.
The women's volleyball team had 2 important matches this last week, one against Eastern Illinois University on November the 2nd. They won this match with a final score of 3-0 and a big offensive night for the Racers. Rachel Castino had an impressive night as always with a game-high 20 kills, and her teammates all played well, carrying them to the win in an impressive outing. The team also played Southern Illinois University Edwardsville, where Castino again had a devastating night in which she set a program record totaling 1,606 kills in her career. This impressive performance led the Racers to a 3-1 win over the Cougars.
Racer basketball is back, and in the wake of last season and walking in the footsteps of Ja Morant, the men's team started off the season with a devastating performance over the Martin Methodist Redhawks. They won the game with a final score of 105-64. Several Racer players scored double figures, with KJ Williams leading the break with 20 points and 9 rebounds, one away from a double-double. It was an impressive showcase for the Racers and showed that we are in for an exciting season. They will play again on November 9th against Southern University.
The women's basketball team also put up an impressive performance to begin their season against the Georgetown Tigers. They won the game with a final score of 82-36 and breezed through this game. The Racers held the Tigers to only 12 baskets within the game, almost completely shutting them out in the fourth quarter. They will play again on Friday night against Louisville at the KFC Yum Center.
That'll do it for this week's sports segment here on MSU Tonight.
Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
That's all we have for tonight.
Thanks for watching, and tune in to MSU Tonight every Tuesday night at 5 on MSU TV 11, or visit us on our YouTube channel. Have a great night.
Thanks for joining us.